the AAA East. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Worcester Red Sox and the Rochester Red Wings. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Number 65, a lefty from Indiana, is on the mound here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Next to bat will be Jeter Downs, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. There's a changeup taken, but it finds the zone on the inside. Hit back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away.
Batting second, the center fielder, number 16, Franchi Cordero.
Now at the plate here is Franchi Cordero. First pitch on the way. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting this baseball back.
Nick Decker.
Into the box, Nick Decker, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there. It's strike one. Man at first for him following the one-out single. Comes set with the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. Here it comes on 0-2. And a wave and a miss on a ball that was way out of the strike zone. There are 2 away now.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
In now, Josh Ockamy. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. De La Rosa gets under it and makes the catch to end the inning. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1, no score. Steven Gonsalves, the southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. Dan, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, if you're looking for innings out of your starting pitcher, you're looking at the right guy. This guy seems to deliver more often than not, going deep into the games. He's one of those guys you feel really confident that could go into that 7th, 8th, and even the 9th inning, a workhorse.
Now at the plate here is Victor Robles. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Robles.
He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2. Into center field, line drive, base hit.
Nice job in the box right there. Just a professional, clean AB. Didn't cheat to anything. A lot of guys could have rolled that foul down the line. Not the case right here. Kept his hands back, stayed calm, and delivered a nice base hit.
Jeremy De La Rosa is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1.
I get it. He wants to see this guy's repertoire, but now he's behind in the count. Puts himself in a tough spot to hit.
Before the 0-2, a look to first. And he's back easily. Here's the 0-2. Grounded back up the middle. There's one. On to first to complete the double play.
Batting third, the right fielder, Wiseman.
And now in the box, Rhett Wiseman trying to get him started again following the double play. Now the first pitch. 2 out, nobody on. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not.
Well, the side is retired as they make the play. Second inning coming up here at Blue River with no score. Now it'll be Jarren Duran, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning.
Duran.
First pitch on its way. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball.
You're lucky if you get 1 pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
He's got it on the first, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
The designated hitter, Gyro.
Now to the plate, here is Jairo Munoz. First pitch on the way. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Outside of home runs, nothing fires me up more than watching a good baseball player drive the ball at the opposite field. Talking about hitting the inside half of the baseball, that's exactly what happened right there. And when we say inside half of the baseball, imagine the ball coming to a complete stop halfway between home plate and the pitcher's mound, and then cutting that baseball in half and highlighting the inside half. That's where you're trying to take the knob of your bat or the hands to that spot and carve the inside half of the baseball with power.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Line toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Definitely tried to elevate the heater right there with 2 strikes, but caught way too much of the plate. Nice execution by the hitter.
To the plate now, Jack Lopez. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. The run is in to score, and they take an early 1-0 lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. Get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
Popped up. Ford is there. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Now to bat, Jeter Downs. 2's all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. A bouncer up the middle. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And they'll be left with no play as that's going to load the bases now on what should be ruled an infield single. And that'll bring up Franchi Cordero. And he puts it on the ground to second. Reined in. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So 1 run here on 4 hits here. No errors. And 3 men left on base. Leading off the inning, it'll be Drew Mendoza as they'll look to spark the offense and even things up.
Third baseman, Drew Mendoza.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. And a two-seam fastball. Here's the 0-1. Inner third let go. It's a called strike. And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now. Into the windup and the pitch. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Weak grounder back to the mound. And there's one down now.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, Mike Ford.
No one on with one down, and here is the outfielder Mike Ford. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch, and he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Now a ball lined hard toward deep right field. Duran is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
Next to hit, number 1, and he's ready to take his first cuts. Now here's the pitch. The windup and the 0-1. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1.
That's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go. Opposite-handed, that's coming across the plate. You might think you got a shot to stay inside that one.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a swing and a ball hit high in the air into shallow left center. Decker is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Now at the plate, Nick Decker. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
The left fielder, number 11.
First pitch on the way.
Decker.
And it's fouled away. Don't know what he's waiting for there. It's 0-2.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. So here's the cleanup hitter, Josh Ockamy. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Hey, I still believe in my heart the best pitch is a well-executed fastball down and away, and that's exactly what that is. He swings at that. That's off the end of the bat. That's not hard contact at all, and that's an easy out for the defense.
And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Stepping in now, Jaron Duran. He swings and lines it to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
Now batting, designated hitter, Jairo Munoz.
Next, here is Jairo Munoz. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. He's set and the pitch. And he puts it on the ground to second. Scooped up on to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Worcester's out on top, 1-0. Now to the plate, Jake Knoll. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
The designated hitter, Jake Knoll.
Here's the pitch. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
The shortstop.
So next to bat will be Samuel Infante. First offering.
After falling down 0-2 on the same pitch, don't be shocked if he triples up on it.
Line to short, but gobbled up there, and there are 2 away.
Batting ninth, the catcher, number 38.
Next, it'll be number 38. He'll take his first hacks here. Here's the pitch. And a ball, 1-0.
One ball, no strike.
That's inside. Two out, nobody on. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Victor Robles would be next, and he'll just lay this one in there. 3-1.
Hey, make no mistake about it. This lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
And that'll get down for a base hit.
That's the battle, Matty. Working yourself into a 3-1 count, having count leverage and getting ahead to a fastball. You don't get too many opportunities throughout the course of a game to have full count leverage, and he took advantage.
Hit sharply on the ground. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 hit, 1 left. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Woo Sox lead it 1-0. All set for the start of the 4th, and set to go as the third baseman, Jose Iglesias. First pitch coming, here it is. Hit hard to third. Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th. So now here is Jack Lopez. He singled in his first AB.
Yeah, and he's got to feel super confident right now. He's the only real offense in this game. Guys on the mound have been executing every pitch.
In there, 0-1.
I know it's cliche and it's tired at times, but a well-located fastball down at the knees is still the best pitch in the game.
And he falls behind 0-2. And he fouls this one off.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
The 0-2 once more. Gets him swinging. He struck him out.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch. And for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Into the box now, Ronaldo Hernandez, as he'll take a look at his strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. 0 for 1 after a pop out in foul territory his first time through. Behind 0-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fouled off. Line shot to second, but it's caught and the side is retired. Nothing doing here this half. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Worcester's out on top, 1-0. Bottom of the inning now, and digging in is the outfielder, Jeremy De La Rosa.
The left fielder, Jeremy De La Rosa.
First pitch on the way. As he'll take a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1.
Put that in the memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
Not much behind this as this ball is looped over toward first. But an easy play there at first as that becomes the first out of the inning. Here it comes. Rhett Wiseman comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Man, he's looking sharp so far. 80% of his first pitches are for strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
The windup and the 0-1. Weak grounder down the first baseline.
The bat, the third baseman.
Standing in now, Drew Mendoza, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. Wiseman leads off first with 1 away. Ground ball sent back up the middle to second for 1. On to first, and it's another double play. They're second in the first 4 innings as that one will retire the side. And stepping in, Jeter Downs. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
The shortstop, Jeter.
First pitch on its way. Hit back up the middle. He's got it. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first.
Boy, this is an absolute gift to them, especially when they've had so much trouble getting anybody on base. So now the leadoff hitter is aboard and might be looking to run. They've got to do whatever they can to get some offense going.
At the plate, Franchy Cordero. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1. Sure took a healthy hack that time.
Man, hard to understand why a guy who runs so well would take such a big hack like that one.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Not much you could do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
Chopped now to short. Can they get 2? Reined in to second for 1, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out. Next up, Nick Decker. 3rd trip to the plate for him here. He struck out and grounded out in his first 2 tries. That's lifted the other way out to left. De La Rosa is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. Next to dig in, Josh Ockamy. There was a base hit last time up. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Left side. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on no hits, 1 error, and a runner left stranded. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Woo Sox lead it 1-0. Here's Mike Ford. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
The first baseman, Mike Ford.
First offering on its way. A bouncer to the left side and a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guy swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first 2 pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
Number 1 stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. Now a throw over, and the runner back easily. Ford gets his lead at first, nobody out. Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline. Now a swing and a fly ball. But this will land untouched.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
Now a move over to first, and he's back standing. Nobody out, runner on first. Got him.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of the secondary pitches so far in this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there.
Lifted down the line in left. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. Line towards center field. In there, a base hit. Long throw to third.
This is their time right here. This starting pitcher has been on point all day. Runs have been at a premium. They have an opportunity to do something special right here.
Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And not in time as the run scores.
Now back.
Next to stand in is number 38. He collected a base hit his first time up. Grounded back up the middle. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Victor Robles is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Both teams with 6 hits so far. Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way, but a little unlucky there as it's hit right to him in right field for the final out of the inning. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Jarren Duran. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Here's the 0-1. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
Oh, this is a great way to start the inning. Now the go-ahead run is on second. A base hit away from coming across. I know it's only the 6th inning, but you'd love to claim the lead right now and let your bullpen carry the load the rest of the way.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Wiseman moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. Digging in next, Jose Iglesias. He bounced out last time up. First pitch on the way. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Robles waits on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Digging in will be Jack Lopez. A hit in 2 tries so far. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. 2 out here and a runner at second. A Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Jeremy De La Rosa. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line down the left field line, but this is foul for the first strike. Ball 1. One and two now. Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
Decker is over toward the line a bit as he takes it for the first out.
The right fielder, number 4.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Rhett Wiseman stands in as he looks at a called strike. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Duran is out near the wall as he pulls it in for the second out. Up next, Drew Mendoza. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Liner into right center. That's a base hit. Throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. 7th inning coming up. All tied at 1-1. Stepping in once again is Ronaldo Hernandez. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Jeter Downs is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
The difference between 0-1 and 1-0 is so monumental, and this guy has been on top of his game all day, attacking the zone and getting ahead of these hitters.
Swing and a line drive. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The center fielder, number 16.
Ready now is Franchy Cordero. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. Good off-speed pitch had him out in front for strike 1.
What a performance so far. Throwing first pitch strikes to 90% of the batters. It's hard to get any better than that.
And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game.
The left fielder, number 11, Nick Decker.
At the plate now, Nick Decker, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. A bouncer up the middle. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. It's stretch time here by the shores of the Blue River, all tied at 1-1. Last half of the 7th here, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Mike Ford.
The first baseman, Mike Ford.
The pitch. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And now this will get over the wall down the line out there for a ground rule double. Into the box, number 1. As the first pitch misses to him. Now here comes the skipper out of the third base dugout. And he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. He departs in a tie ball game, but is responsible for that runner at second, so the best he can hope for is a no decision here. Here comes the 1-2. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
Number 7.
First pitch on its way. Samuel Infante is in for the third time as he swings and misses at that one. It's 0-1. There's a breaking ball that he didn't quite get on top of. And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2. And here's one that barely misses off the inside corner. 2-2.
He's certainly pushing the throttle and pulling it with those 4 pitches. Statistics class tells me I'm sitting fast.
And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Clearly fired up to work out of that jam. Don't touch that dial, or the remote for that matter. More on the show right after this. Patrick Murphy has been summoned from the bullpen, as he'll do so to start the 8th. New inning set to get underway, and here comes the first baseman, Josh Ockamy. And the pitch. And he pops him up, drifting toward the left side of the infield. And he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning. It's a bullpen game for them now as we have a look at the starters' final line. Great day's work any way you look at it.
Hey, one of the things you can't control as a starting pitcher is whether you're going to win or lose the game. He pitched awfully well in this one. As of right now, he's in line for a no decision.
To the plate now, Jarren Duran, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Swing and a liner. Oh, and this kicks right off of him. He's around first, heading for 2. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
The bat, the designated hitter, Jairo.
Stepping in now, Jairo Munoz. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw gets him, 2 down. So now to the plate, Jose Iglesias. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. Here's a line drive into center field. It's a base hit. Coming in to score easily is the runner from third, and they've taken the lead here in the 8th.
Boy, those have to feel really good, Dero. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the 2nd inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Ugh, was that ugly? You could probably throw anything out there to this guy. He'd swing at the rosin bag if you throw it up there.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. A run on 2 hits, and they lead. Striding in is number 38. Couple of singles to his credit thus far.
The catcher.
And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2.
Well, that's a surprising late swing on a heater, middle cut right there. In a fastball count, he's going to have to turn it up a notch.
It
Talk about having a day. How about 3 at-bats, 3 knocks? Not a bad day, D-Row.
We used to say in the big leagues on the bench, anybody can get 2. Can you get 3? And if you get 3, who's on the hook for 4?
He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Cordero will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
Now batting, left field.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Jeremy De La Rosa comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Ball 2.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
2-1. Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
He'll go to the bag for 1.
Now
So stepping in is Rhett Wiseman. The base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. Bottom part of the zone, a good changeup gets the call. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Lifted down the line in left, and that will end up a foul ball. Count still at 1-2. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Into the box, Ronaldo Hernandez. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Hey, curveball that kind of backed up on him right there. Might have popped out of his hand just a little bit earlier than he intended.
2-0 now. Now here it comes. Takes this the other way to right. And that is into right field, so the leadoff man's aboard here to kick off the 9th.
Hey, this looks like it could be a potential add-on inning here in the 9th. Add-on gives some breathing room to their pitcher going into the bottom of the inning, D-Row.
Yeah, you love when the offense stays aggressive, and you also like giving your relief pitcher a chance to breathe a little bit, not having to come out there with just a 1-run lead.
He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Fielded cleanly. There's one on to first, but not in time as he beats it out.
The center field.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and in to hit next it'll be Franchy Cordero. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
Hey, this is a left-handed hitter that can fly down the line. If they want to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
Now a good pitch on the inside part of the plate ties him up, and it's 1-1. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Downs, base runner at first with 1 out. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Long run for the right fielder. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the 2nd out. So the next to bat will be Nick Decker, struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. Over to first, and that retires the side. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. Worcester's out on top, 2-1. So here is Drew Mendoza. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. The 0-1 on its way. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. And now Mike Ford, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so
The
far.
first baseman.
They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1. Hit hard up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Just an absolute laser that time, screaming off the bat, if you will, and Showtrack tells us it went out at 112 miles an hour. Those are the line drives you can hear as they go by.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. From the belt, the pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. Fouled away. Down the first baseline. He's got it. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out. But meanwhile, the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
Now back.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Jake Knoll. And he's got a chance to tie things up here as the equalizer sits just 90 feet away. From the stretch. Now a first pitch curveball floats a bit high. Garrett Whitlock takes over on the mound now as he'll try to get the final out of the ball game here and pick up a save. Fastball swung on and missed. Men on third with 2 down. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. And this is in the air to right, and this should do it. Duran is there, makes the catch, and the ball game is over.
Well, he didn't even break a sweat in this one. 3 pitches, he gets the out and heads to the clubhouse to celebrate. Can't do much better than that.
Pitching and defense game, 2-1 the final score this afternoon. The Red Sox came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Austin Davis earns the victory on the mound. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of the crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. Find out more, head over to theshow.com.